Let's start by looking at what hormones are and what their function is. I'm sure you're all familiar with DNA. DNA is the code of life. DNA doesn't stop working after you, as a baby, grow up and become an adult. That is, DNA doesn't just guide your development. DNA programs your lifelong biochemistry and metabolism. Your DNA may be a perfect template for life, or it may have hidden predispositions to disease states. Hormones are your body's chemical messengers. They transfer information and instructions between your cells and organs. Hormones regulate growth and development, control the tasks of various tissues, support reproductive functions, and regulate the processes used to break down food to create energy and absorb nutrients, which is metabolism. Hormones can trigger reactions that act directly on DNA, turning genes on and off. I'll give you an example. See if any part of this sounds familiar. You come home from one of those days where you weren't the brightest colored crayon in the box. You decide it is crucial for you to eat an entire pound of chocolate, really good chocolate, to cope and ease your nerves. As you purr with the delight of the seventh piece, the sugar from the earlier mouthfuls are making their way into your bloodstream. Unaddressed, your loved ones will come home to find you attractively lying on the floor in a sugar coma, drooling. However, sensing a spike of sugar in your bloodstream, a hormone tells the cells of your pancreas at the level of its DNA to start the chain of chemical reactions that results in making insulin, another hormone, that will deal with the tsunami of sugar you're ingesting. Without the rapid response of this hormone, DNA, hormone system, you would die, and people do, from a disease called diabetes. Remember this mantra. DNA programs metabolism. Hormones control DNA. Your body regulates all hormones with the endocrine system. Insulin, adrenaline, estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone are a few of the most familiar hormones, but there are many more that regulate how we digest food, assimilate nutrients, eliminate waste, and build and maintain bones. Many hormones, such as those just mentioned, act in concert to maintain youthful strength of your heart, lungs, digestive tract, bones, blood, and of course, to keep your skin looking young. Imbalances can cause disease or just make you look old. Some of the most powerful hormones act on the brain. They adjust our moods. They can be natural Prozacs, and all too often, hormone imbalances produce combinations of these familiar hormones that, acting together, are also natural anti-Prozacs. The tiniest little bit of hormone, or its absence, can have a major effect on your body and psyche. So, even if you're genetically fit as a fiddle and your DNA is perfect, dietary, environmental, and lifestyle stress can cause hormone imbalances. Too much or too little of these powerful little buggers may profoundly affect the quality of your life. The hormones that cycle throughout our reproductive years and their absence later in life have a profound effect on the chemistry of our brains, on our personalities, and on our relationships with our families and the outside world. When hormones are in balance, our minds function normally, and the behavior we exhibit is our own special persona. When your hormones are not in balance, you experience shifts in mood, temperament, and sometimes an inability to function rationally. Sadly, the recent news has frequently reported on the manifestation of an extreme but not uncommon hormone imbalance known as postpartum psychosis. In Chapter 3, I will relate several real-life cases. You may identify with some and not others, but the lesson to be learned, the scope of how hormones affect our bodies and our minds, is critical to the appreciation of our presentation today.